What's going on, guys? It's your boy Burrow77, and I am joined once again by my friend Leg and Nick. We are here to talk some Bilbao Getae stuff. As you can see by the lineups here, we got no Nico Williams in the starting 11 for Bilbao today, which is going to explain the line movement we've seen away from Bilbao's favor. Now, listen, I know Nico's who everybody's hype about because they watched him ball out in Euros. This Bilbao squad's still mad deep. I think that I'm personally not afraid of the line movement. I still think Bilbao runs train here. If you know anything about La Liga and about the Basque Country, you know how incredibly hard it is to walk up here in the Basque Country and try and punk Bilbao in their home stadium. It's simply just not that easy. Gurzeta is still perfectly capable. You got Inaki Williams up there on the right. You got Sunset in the middle. You got Berenguer out there wide on the left. And without Mayoral, this Getafe lineup just really has no teeth. And as we can see, they're sitting in a 4-4-2. I have a feeling they're going to be defending a lot. It's going to be tough for them to score a goal. So I'm still with Bilbao here, even though the market has kind of shifted away from it. What do you guys think?
What I'm doing right now is I'm trying to find something nice to say about Getafe, because what they're about to go into is the Basque Country. It is the San Mames, and there's a lot of fun numbers with Bilbao. But what I'm trying to do right now is look at who Getafe is going to actually be playing up front, because the lineup that I'm looking at now has a guy named Uche, who is Nigerian, so they're pulling on my heartstrings a little bit.
He's over here on the left, number 6.
Yeah, here's the problem is that he was playing center mid in like the 4th tier of Spanish football, scored absolutely no goals, and now we're throwing him into the Getafe attack to cover up for, I guess, Mayoral and Greenwood, who contributed maybe every single goal that Getafe had last season. Neither of them are playing today. One of them's not even on the team anymore. Getafe didn't do the best job to fill that role. I'm pretty sure Perez is also a midfielder that I guess we're experimenting a little bit. I know he played a little bit of attacking mid. Nobody right now that they're playing is actually a forward, and they struggled to score goals last year, lost their 2 best pieces, like I already said. I'm really just struggling. Dianni, like his name, hope he plays really good defense, because that's about the only hope I have for Getafe. They need to keep a 0, and I really fucking doubt it at San Mames.
Yeah, I'm with you guys. Weird movement. I guess that's just going to happen every single game that we hop on for the live stream together. But, dude, Bilbao was awesome last year. I mean, obviously we know about the goal scoring, but they only gave up 37 goals. I mean, less than a goal a game. So for me, the prospects aren't looking too bright. They ended last season horrifically. Obviously, I know that's not going to translate 1-to-1 into this year, but I'm kind of with you guys. I'm wondering where the goals are coming from, and I'm wondering if just all of the plays and all of the lines we saw last night, this morning, do we just take Getafe team goals under half for -125? Like, I don't think they get on the score sheet in this one. I think Bilbao is just going to run it at home, like you guys were saying, and maybe that's just my way of not trying to overthink it.
Yeah, I would say that my only concern here, and the only way I see really Getafe getting a goal is because Unai Simone's not in net. And if Unai Simone's in net, then, you know, it's a little bit of a different. It's not that I don't think that, you know, Bilbao's backup keeper is good, but Unai Simone clearly starts for the Spanish national team. He's one of the best keepers in Spain, outside of Courtois. So it's just, yeah, I think that there is definitely value here on Getafe under a goal. And you can get it at Bet Rivers says -106. I'm not sure if that's moved, but -110 Caesars, -110 MGM, -108 FanDuel, -120 DraftKings. So, yeah, I can see that. I still do think that this Bilbao offense has plenty. It's their home opener. They traditionally are very good at home. It's just that last year they had the bad luck of needing to play Madrid at home, and they lost 2-0. That'll happen. I still like Bilbao team total over 1.5 here. Gurzeta, like I said, this entire front four is very capable of scoring. I really like Sunset shot on target here at +100 over on FanDuel. I locked that in. But yeah, I think Gurzeta is definitely worth a look. All of these guys can play. Inaki Williams to score or assist is also +100 over on DraftKings. I definitely think that's got some value there. I don't hate his anytime goal scorer either, +190. I didn't shop that around quite yet. Let me see what I got here. Yeah, I mean, 190 is pretty fair compared to the rest of the market. So, yeah, I'm definitely liking it. I can see some cards here too. We got Alejandro Munoz Ruiz is the ref. He's pretty card happy. He averages, well, he's refed a ton of Getafe games. He averages about 4.2 cards a game over there against Getafe, or in Getafe matches. He's only refed 4 Bilbao matches, averaging 2 cards a game. But you know, it's Bilbao at home, opening week. I can see some cards here.
For sure, there's a bunch of hacks on the field. The 3 that stuck out to me were Dianni. I think he's going to be covering a ton of ground. I think that Getafe is going to be getting attacked a lot. Gurzeta is going to find a lot of open space with Sunset, Berenguer, and Inaki Williams kind of holding it down as the attacking trio coming forward. I'm looking at a very young Frenchman that's also going to be playing some center back. It seems like he's got a little bit more composure, not a ton of fouls to give or anything, but it's also going to be a long season at Getafe for him, and I think there's probably a reason he's at Getafe, to be the most respectful way of saying he's probably not that good. Rico, you're a hack. I know they're trying to hide you at left back here. I think he's going to be playing more of a wing back situation, which means you're going to be chasing Inaki Williams a lot. Good fucking luck. You're a hack. You're going to try to stop a counter or two. I like him for fouls. I like him for booking. If we're flipping over to Bilbao, just to keep it a little even here, Yuri Alvarez is on that team. That's all I'm going to say. He averaged at least a foul and a half every single game, and I think he only started about 14 matches. So not the original Bilbao duo we're used to seeing at center back. So both of them, I think, with their wingers getting forward as well, with how Getafe is probably going to be getting bombarded, it's going to leave a lot of space for them to go ahead and hack at some people. Getafe on the counterattack or penalty kick is really the only way I see them doing anything. Maybe a corner if they get lucky there. Is there anyone big? Dianni, I guess, is pretty large. But, yeah, there's plenty of hacks on the field and a ref that loves giving out cards.
Is there a red card in this game?
I'm trying to look for the penalty odds because I think Getafe gives up a pen.
Plus 255 for a red seems really, really low. And I'm wondering what I'm missing there because I would expect that to be like in the plus 300, 350 range.
Well, guess what? Now apparently he's playing striker, Bird. And he had 0 goals last season.
So, Bird is a buddy of ours. He's a Barca fan. Perez is a Barca Academy player. And I'm not gonna lie, I do see some value on him if you think that Getafe is gonna have some of the ball and they're gonna be pushing forward. I don't hate his because I know Bird loves to play first half shots. I don't hate him for a shot in the first half at minus 135. It's a little steep to play on its own, but you can find a dance partner for that pretty easily. If you want to go like Sunset, Gurazeta, Inaki Williams, something there, that'll get you to a plus number. Even if you go with Inaki, he's minus 400 for a first half shot. When you pair them together, you get, plus 130 instead of minus 135. So it's something that's doable. Getafe always gets reds. Yeah, I mean, they're definitely hacks. Like, that's the thing here is Getafe stayed in games by being pretty sound defensively and scoring just when they need to. And they were decent at home last season, but they kind of stunk on the road. And you take away their 2 top goal scorers, and I really don't know where the goals are going to come here from Getafe. That doesn't mean they're not going to have any offense. Like, eventually somebody's going to take some shots here. I just have a really hard time seeing them find the back of the net. So I could easily get in on like an Atleti win to nil as well, which I saw at like plus 115, but I'm sure has gotten extended out to probably like the plus 125, plus 130 neighborhood with the line movement we've seen just even on Bilbao's money line here. So
Bilbao win by 2 plus 180. I don't know, like that. Do we like that more or less than the team total?
I like that one more strictly because I don't think Getafe scores. So
right.
I like that as well. And yeah, I mean, plus 180 there. Yeah, I mean, let's see. Let me pull up somebody that's got odds on keeping the clean sheet / win to nil real quick. Go ahead.
Sportsbooks do a good job of just fucking baiting me in.
Like minus 160, I think. Both teams to score no was definitely negative. Because both teams to score yes is plus 145 when I found it.
Yeah.
Which is wildly high looking at any top leagues. But then you're like, oh, wait, Getafe's playing.
Yeah, I mean, Bilbao to win by 2 is definitely a look at plus 180. It gives you very little leeway if they score a third, which is, I think, why you were asking pre-show if we think they can get a third, Nick.
Yeah.
No.
So I'm sorry. It's to win by 2 plus. Like, it doesn't have to be exactly 2. I'm sorry.
Have to be exactly
win
2.
by at least 2. Yeah.
For sure. Yeah, I mean, I like that. At plus 180. I definitely think so. Who do you guys like for shots /
add Sunset to that list and you're good.
Yeah, Sunset, who at number 8, he plays kind of like that central pivot, kind of, number 10 there. He's perfectly capable of shooting and will shoot from the middle of the box and will come out and support and be kind of between as like a safety valve for Inaki and Berenger when they're coming down the wings there. I really like Sunset for a shot on target. Like I said, he was plus 100 over on FanDuel. I took that. I don't hate him for a shot in the first half. I just don't know minus 195. If we're talking like 2 shots in the first half, like, you kind of got to throw Naki's name in there. It's plus 110. It is a little bit chalk, but it's definitely worth a look. Gurazeta playing striker, I definitely like that. And it's not like Inaki's super selfish. Like, it's not like all he's going to do is shoot and score goals. He's perfectly capable of distributing and finding the open man. I just think that his goal scoring definitely goes up when he's not playing with his brother. Like, it's not that Guerrero is incapable. It's just he's a better when he's on, he's a better finisher. The problem with Inaki is, like, he's normally going to put up like 4 shots. There's days I've watched him ping him off the woodwork 3 times, and it makes me want to fucking rip my hair out, dude.
This corner line sucks. Can I just? I just want to get something there and off my chest. This corner line's fucking trash.
-4 on the spread for Bilbao. Yeah, that's super
wild.
trash. And the line's at what, 9.5?
Yeah, right around there.
Yeah, I'm not super, and I would say maybe under corners, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I just don't think if Nico was in, this would be a completely different story. Not that I don't think Berenguer isn't going to go out and like take people on and whatnot.
No, he's just not nearly as fast. Like, he's just you're not creating as many corners because you're not just challenging people for the touchline the entire match.
Also, if Sansit shaved his mustache, then I take back everything I said about him because I have him on. I'm on everything for him.
I think Berenguer is a good look, maybe to score assists too. I like Berenguer's game. I think I think Getae is going to be focused on Inaki a little bit. But with Perez, who, again, is a midfielder, and Yurichi, this super young bull, the left side might be easier to attack. So maybe Inaki is just feeling himself. So if you want, I'm personally not going to do this game 1, but if you see the value and you like taking the risk, Eddie, Inaki Williams, 3 shots in the first half is plus 360. I do think he's got a pretty advantageous lineup there with Rico, who, like mentioned, is kind of a fucking hack. Yurichi, who got called up from like Division 4, is a super young bull, and an attacking midfielder playing out position. I just think that Getafe isn't going to have a lot of the ball, and they're going to sit back and try and put 9 or 10 men behind the ball here. I think Bilbao is going to dominate possession. I could see, what's Getafe's line for over cards? That's something I'm definitely interested in.
It was really, really high.
Is it?
It's like 3.5, I want to say.
That's
insane, though. So, like, my expectation is that there's like 6 cards. Like, this game starts at 6 cards.
3.5 for -105.
Yeah, that's a little tough on the juice there.
Yeah, but I'm also looking at it's like 3 or 4, and I'm like, if Rico and Dianni don't get cards at the end of this match, that means Bilbao played like absolute shit. Put it that way.
I might take a fucking stab to over 2.5 team total for plus 340. I just not a full unit, just first game. We're on the fucking live stream together. Vibes.
Yeah. And, like, listen, again, and look, coming off of a Copa del Rey win, coming off of one of their best finishes since, I think, like, 2012, mad hype around Nico, coming out of Euros, you're at home, the atmosphere here is going to be absolutely electric, and Bilbao shit pumps bad teams at home. Yeah. They just do. And just because Nico's not starting doesn't mean we don't see him at halftime. You know what I'm saying? Right. Like, he might just be on, hey, let's get these guys out there. These are all our veterans. Let's clap it up for them. Let's have a good half. And then let's get Nico on at half and just run their fucking pockets.
Yep. Bucket.
So definitely at least going for Inaki, 2 first half shots. Yeah, I definitely don't hate that, Eddie. Like, I think that's a good look. Plus 110 is a pretty fair price. Again, I don't have a lot of shops to compare it to. I know Bet365 is like the only other book with the first half shots market, but Yeah, I think that you're going up against an out-of-position guy, a dude who's got his first call-up, and Rico, who's a fucking hack. Like, I definitely think that the left side is going to be the easier side to operate down. So that's why I kind of like that triangle there of Gurizeta, Sunset, and Inaki Williams. And it's not because I think Berenger is a bad player. I think he's a really good player. I just think that the way that Getafe is lined up, it makes it way easier to move down the left-hand side because I don't know if everybody forgot, but, like, I know he's older than his brother Nico, but Inaki Williams still fast as fuck, boy.
I seen that.
So, yeah, I mean, unless you guys really have anything else or questions from the audience, we're probably going to wrap it up there. We will be, or at least Leg and I will be. I believe Nick is busy. We will be back here to talk about Batiste versus Girona at 2:45 because the game's at 3:30. It's looking like Isco it keeps saying doubtful. He's probably not going to play. He's got no practice he's got no like preseason reps under his belt, but they do still have Borja. I do see a lot of player props that I'm eyeballing up for this Batiste Girona game, so that one will be fun as well. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Make sure to check out the Discords. The links are in the below. I got my Discord. I got my new project starting with Flash. We have our first video coming out Friday night, which will be a Discord exclusive. 5 picks each. EPL, Serie A, La Liga. We got live bets. Flash will be covering NFL, everything over there. Be sure to check out Nick's stuff with Kicks and Picks Pod. I'll let him do his own plugs.
Yeah, appreciate you, dude. First of all, I don't know, like, how have we been on for 20 minutes? You guys didn't mention Madrid's win or all the fucking money that we made yesterday with just about every goddamn bet that we threw out there. So first and foremost, thank you for having me back. It's always fucking a great time to be on with you guys. Yeah, man, Kicks and Picks podcast at Kicks Picks Pod. We did a Serie A preview. We did a La Liga preview. Last night we did week 1 EPL with our boy Matt Williams from Vissen. Guy is a wealth of knowledge. So if you're into the EPL or especially if you're into Chelsea, a lot of shit dropped. Oaks was there in the comments. Really appreciate that. We got a Serie A week 1 preview tonight. That's gonna go live at 8. So if you're around for that, appreciate you guys as always.
Leg, any plugs?
I'm playing pro clubs tonight, so if you ever seen a 6'4" striker with a do-rag that probably had a hat trick against you, that was me running it up again.
Yeah, his name's Mo Blunts, so...
No, it's Mandem Leg on PS5. PS4
okay, Mo Blunts. You retired Mo Blunts?
Well, I have to, for my last generation friends, I have to be Mo Blunts, and then for the next generation, I'm Mandem Leg. One's from England and one's from Brazil, so you know.
For sure. Don't forget to check out tftdrip.com. Get you some merch. We got Burrow stuff. Legs rocking a Puta Barca shirt. We got hats, sweatpants for the winter. But thank you guys, as always, for tuning in. That's it. We're out. And the reason we didn't brag on the Madrid game is because, like, Europe's in a fuck ton of trouble. One, it looked like Vinny might have learned how to press, which it's fucking over for Europe if he learned how to press. And two, we're better than everybody else. Like, we're just so much better.
I just didn't want to confuse anyone where they're like, did we already watch this episode? No, we're winning again. So I just didn't want to confuse.
The one thing I'll say, man, that was like gotta be frustrating as hell for other teams is once Madrid got that first goal and they're like, all right, we're going to make sure that we're getting Mbappe his goal. Like, doesn't matter. We're going to do whatever we can. He's going to get his goal. And then he got it. Like, there was no doubt that it was going to happen. We were watching it happen in real time. It's going to be a long fucking season for fans of other teams.
My favorite part was listening to the commentators be like, oh, I guess they haven't gotten it figured out, as if it wasn't the exact first game.
It like pretty much exactly as we predicted it.
One of them got goals and assists. I was like, oh, look at that.
Actually, I like Bilbao to win 2-0. I think Bilbao to keep a clean sheet is very live here. I think Getafe under half a goal is really live here. I think that Bilbao team total over 1.5. Bilbao money line plus over 1.5. And then if you're feeling frisky, Nick is sprinkling Bilbao team total over 2.5, just a little hair. We like Athletic Club here, even without Nico Williams. So I appreciate you tuning into the stream. As always, appreciate you guys. We will be back talking about Betis versus Girona here tonight. So in a couple hours. So appreciate y'all for tuning in. Always happy to have Leg and Nick on. I'm going to run the outro, and we're going to call it there. Oaks out. Doses. We outside.